Hello again, whiskey friends. Thanks for joining everybody for another Whiskey Wednesday. Sorry if my voice is a little straggly. I'm a little under the weather, but fortunately, the MGP still tastes good. So I am going to enjoy little pours with everybody tonight. And tonight is going to be all about community, celebrating our amazing patrons. We just surpassed 50 patrons. So thank you so much, everybody, for all the support. Tonight is going to be about, giving away some fun stuff and thanking everybody for everything that they do for us. So with that in mind, we are also going to be pulling out the whiskey wheel. And don't shed a tear, but we will also be retiring this version of the whiskey wheel. But I'll give you more details on that shortly. So thank you for joining us today, whiskey friends. Let's kick off the show. All right. Well, without further ado, let's bring on my twin for the day, because any given Whiskey Wednesday, only two of us are allowed to wear the same shirt. Let's bring on Kelsey.
What's up, everybody? Yeah, that was funny. I looked up to logging in. I was like, oh, well, I guess it's Jeff's turn to be twinsies with me tonight. So it's all good. We're branding, showing the brand. So it's all good. We'll have fun tonight. I'm excited. Went a little hard last night. So small pours for me tonight as well.
Hey, man. Good way to spend a holiday week here. Short week. Let's make the most of it.
Yep.
All right. And let's bring on Durrell.
The not so much twin over here.
No.
We'll get it together one week, but no. Cheers, everybody in here. Man, it should be fun. Just a little, laid back version of our Wednesday night hangouts, man. Some whale spin, some good whiskey, some good combo. Can't really beat that. Oh. Cheers.
And I will do everything I can tonight not to mention anything about NFL football.
All right. There's always other seasons and other games. I actually didn't have too much faith going into the playoffs with how we've played, so it wasn't too much of a surprise to me. Still not happy, but hey, it happens.
It was a rough weekend.
It was rough.
Yeah. Browns were right there too. Flacco all season was playing like Brett Favre, and then there's a good side of Brett Favre and there's a bad side of Brett Favre, and that came out.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, we got 41 people in here. Why don't we start saying hello to people, Kelsey?
All right, let's do it. I know Top Dog was in here first, I believe. Yes, he was. Cheers, John. Love the sample box. Thank you so much for that, man. He made me a great sample box with my Whiskey Riffs Lounge on it. So thank you again. I'm enjoying that. Roy Ardos Cocktails is in here. My favorite Turk is in here as well. Katie, cheers to you. EJ, cheers and aloha, buddy. Frozen Tundra, Portland. Hey, I think it's pretty much frozen tundra anywhere in the U.S. right now, unfortunately. It is cold. Let's see. Tim Cornet is in here. Mark B is in here. Christine Vasco. Cheers to you, Christine, and to your husband as well, Mark. Let's see. GT Mustang 09 is in here. Our executive producer is here tonight in full force. Gandy Road. Troy from Baker Drinks is in here. Cheers to you, Troy. Couldn't get that out. My brain wasn't working. Cheers. John Cloud is in here. Chris Jenkins is in here. Cheers to you. Northwest Bourbon's in here. I haven't seen you in a while. Cheers, man. Good to have you in here. Appreciate that. Make sure you guys hit the like button. It really does help out the channel. Ben Drammond is in here. Cheers to you, Ben. JG is in here. Cheers to you, my friend. Good to see you in here. I haven't seen Sugar Kitty. I saw him on 21090 last night, which was kind of fun to watch because I've never met him. And I did not expect, it's just a different, how you picture people in your head, what they're going to look like. Nothing like what I thought he would look like. So
you're talking about JG?
No,
hilarious. No, Sugar
Kitty.
Sugar Kitty. Sugar Kitty's owner,
Yeah.
So let's be clear there.
He was on whose channel?
21090 last night.
Oh, when I popped on their channel, it was just Todd and Andy at that point.
Yeah. No, they had a flight from Sugar Kitty that they were doing. So
I gotta check that out.
Major Zero is in here. If my computer will work, there we go. Gary Franchi, the worst bourbon channel in the world, is in here.
Oh yeah.
Yep,
Here's Steve Bud.
He was live last night too. All types of people were live last night.
Yeah, it was a crazy night, man. It was fun. Being a little toasted, popping through some of those channels. Mr. Jiggs, Burr, cheers, everyone. It is very, very cold out there, people. Chris Jenkins is here. Let's see who else popped in a little bit later. Spirited Life, there's Mark. If you guys haven't checked out Spirited Life, make sure you guys go check them out. Give them a like and subscribe. They're doing some fun content as well. Kyle Taylor is here. And we're almost caught up, I think. Oh, Henry. Cheers to you, buddy.
Chiefs, huh?
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, I don't know if they're going to pull it off this year, Henry. I don't know. The Baltimore was looking pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see who else. Great Scott is in here. Our buddy Cheech. The only person that's probably not cold right now is Cheech in Florida.
It may be cold. It's probably 60, but it's a little cold.
There's who I was hanging out with last night. The man, the myth, the legend. Jason, cheers to you, buddy. Had a great time last night. Fun hanging out with you always. OH is here. Cheers to all the wonderful whiskey people. Cheers to you, man.
I see a theme here. I mean, I got goosebumps, man. It is cold in this basement.
Lance is in here. Cheers to you. And Bad Axe Bourbon. Cheers, man. Good to see you. And I promise I will text you about getting you on the channel. It's been nuts. So I apologize.
We need to get on that this week. I think this week's the week that we start reaching out to people again. Let's get it going.
So I will reach out to you for sure and get that set up soon. Chris Jenkins, I don't remember if I said that. Richie Z, the legend, is in here. Brian Slapshot is in here. And I think we're caught up.
I've seen Sierra, Whiskey RN in here, and I can't find it.
Oh, I saw Whiskey RN.
Shredder was in here too. I didn't see that earlier. Sorry, buddy.
I seen it pop up, then I lost it. Haven't really seen her.
Yeah, Whiskey RN. Okay.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
Oh yeah.
Scroll back.
Well, I'm starting with some. I don't drink that often. Maker's 46.
What is it?
Maker's 46.
Old bottle shape Maker's 46.
Okay.
All the 46
cast strength or regular?
Just regular. I hardly ever drink that. And I was like, you know what? Low proof, easy to drink. I'm gonna try something new for a little while.
I think I just got the right.
That fits one of the themes I have for tonight when we give away some bottles later. But
nice.
I'll get into that later. But we do have some interesting makers to give away in terms of today's theme.
No.
Now, why don't we spin the?
Is it what I'm thinking it is?
I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe.
I don't know if it was the samples that you sent us of some good makers.
There's Sugar Kitty. We were just talking about you.
You are probably thinking about the right thing there, Doris.
Okay.
All right.
JG's getting us started tonight.
Thanks, let's get started here. So today, everybody, JG's kicking us off. Super chats tonight are going to go towards prize wheel spins that Darrell has, and we're also going to be doing that a few times for our patrons. So we'll be spinning this wheel, probably a handful of times tonight between the super chats and the patron giveaways. It'll be fun. But there's some fun merch, whiskey samples, all types of things on there.
Lance is in for 3. Cheers, buddy. Thank you.
All right, Lance is in.
Gonna kick the show.
So why don't we see what we're drinking here? And inspired by our executive producer, Todd Ritter. This will be the last time we see this iteration of the Whiskey Wheel. It has been over a year since I revamped the things that are on here. And what we'll do this time is all the themes will be community sourced. So we'll be reaching out to the patrons for their ideas. And that's what the next iteration of the Whiskey Wheel will be for 2024. And then, of course, Todd's stripe is going to be Get Crafty.
Nice.
Cheers, Ricky Z. I didn't see you earlier. Sorry, buddy. And Dana. Cheers, Dana.
Hey, cheers, Dana. Ooh, something finished.
Ooh, that's what I got on my glass right now,
Well,
actually.
Kelsey, that works for you, too.
It works for me.
I'm the odd man out.
All right.
For...
Let's see what you guys are going to drink that's finished whiskey. I did last night kill She's My Sherry Pie. Oh my gosh, dude. That was such a good bottle. Jason and I basically had about that much in the glass. Let's see if I can figure of it a piece, and then it was gone.
My bottle's so full.
So
like,
good.
In all honesty, I finished 2 M&J picks only. Ever. All the rest are, I still have some.
There we go.
And I've only finished ones that I had, I think, duplicates of. Yeah, I got that Starlight we love.
Oh my gosh, I love one of those. That bottle is so amazing.
Yeah, it's really good. It's probably one of my, maybe my favorite Starlight, to be honest. I can grab that back. I think it's so good.
Huge shout out and congratulations to Drifting Drams. Thank you for keeping track of the super chats tonight, Ethan and Katie. And also, congratulations launching your coffee roasting business. This is going to be fantastic.
Yeah, man, I'm excited. They were talking to me about beans and what they're going to be doing coming up and all of that, man. I'm just excited for them and for me because it's going to be great coffee and supporting people that we love already. So you can't get much better than that. So
I know, right?
What year did
you
go with?
Whiskey Friends, whiskey, and coffee. This is like Darrell's dream.
Except minus the coffee.
Minus the coffee, for sure. What year is that Yellowstone, Jeff?
So this was the 2023. I've got to do a comparison. This is the Takai finish. Jason actually gave me a sample of, I think it's Penelope finish.
Yeah, the Rio. The Rio.
I don't think it was.
No, it wasn't the Rio.
Maybe I got that wrong. I got to do a.
The Rio was Zambarana Honey.
Yeah,
he's been asking me to do a comparison. No, it is. It is Penelope. Yeah, Penelope Takai finish. Would that be? It's a rye. Straight rye. Wait,
I don't remember.
Interesting.
I don't remember if it was a rye. I think it's a rye.
Maybe I'll do a little comparison here while we're going. He's been asking me.
Dogs in. Cheers, John.
All right. Cheers. That's awesome.
Oh, Marty Party's in here. Cheers to you, Marty. Good to see you, buddy. If you guys haven't checked out his channel, make sure to do so. If you aren't subscribed, please do that as well. Awesome content. Awesome guy. Love to hear him talk. If you like Southern draws, you're going to love Marty. Marty has one of the best accents I know.
All right.
Marty's a good dude.
Oh, Marty's such a good dude.
Oh, this bottle's
I love hanging out with Marty.
It's like the perfect amount of Scotch influence on this dang bottle.
I think that's my favorite Starlight yet. I still go back to that one. Nope, this is my favorite. No matter what other picks we get in, I'm like, this one.
Cheers, Ken Dad 23.
Cheers, Ken Dad.
Cheers to you, man.
Yeah, thanks for hopping in alive here.
There's the link for Marty's channel. Thank you, Richie Z, for putting that in there. Appreciate it, buddy. He's always on the spot. Flacco. I heard that way more than
there's Sugar Kitty.
Got over here.
So this is going to be our first bottle giveaway tonight. This one's going to go out to our top 2 tiers on Patreon. And then Stu and Copperwolf, you're not on this one due to your bottle wins for the JT Malik and the Driftless lately. But fitting the theme tonight's all about community. I still had one of these left. I think it's time to share it. I've been sharing it with Kelsey and Darrell for years here. But this is a special Maker's Mark. Came out in October 2021. And essentially it is a blend of restaurants private selection picks. And these restaurants were all over Kentucky and Ohio, and they all kind of came together, mixed their pick together to make a super blend, and then released it to give restaurants some relief during the shutdown.
Yep.
Yeah. I never know whether to say the C word out loud or not, or if that gets flagged. But yes, that's what it was for. Thought it was a fitting theme for tonight. So let's give this one away.
Absolutely. That'll be a fun one. Somebody was asking about Ethan and Katie Turk's coffee shop. Here is the link. They just ordered more green coffee yesterday, and we'll have those up on the site soon. So make sure you guys keep checking that out periodically, because that stuff is going to change and rotate in and out, and that it's always really ethically sourced beans. If that's an issue for you, or that's something that you care about, it's always ethically sourced beans.
What does green coffee mean? I'm so ignorant when it comes to coffee.
So a coffee bean looks like a cherry when it's on the tree.
Mm-hmm.
When they take the bean out of that cherry, it's green. It's not roasted.
Yeah.
So
then they gotta roast it to give it that brown color that you're used to seeing.
Yeah.
So green is just raw coffee beans before they're roasted.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And then Ethan and Katie are roasting them themselves.
Oh, okay.
They got a little machine too. It's not too dissimilar from me and my olive oil, in some ways.
Oh, the lovely olive oil. My wife's killed it, man. As soon as she boycotted it for a while because she's so stuck on a certain Portuguese olive oil. Dude, the first time I made chicken with it, she ate it, and literally that thing, after I messaged you, that was probably like 2 weeks into her using it, was already gone.
I'm telling you, dude, that olive oil is so good, bro. I love that stuff.
It's on the prize wheel if it comes up. Now, Darrell, I owe you one. I've got one put aside to you in one of the Mars Attacks Blue Run bottles.
Yeah.
Kelsey, I don't think I gave you one this season yet, did I?
No.
All right.
Not yet.
I'll get that over to you too. I'm pretty sure I know exactly what bottle I had earmarked for you too. I fit the bottle to fit the person.
Nice.
All right.
Give this one to Richie Z. Cheers. Thanks, CJ.
All right.
Henry Turner had one up
there. So this is for the community blend bottle.
Community blend.
Derek
Long.
Nice.
Our first prize winner last year is our first prize winner this year. Congratulations, Derek.
That's fun.
That's a good bottle too. I'm not big on makers, and there's a few that surprised me, not being one of them. Those DNAs, though, for sure, are like a different. I don't know if the mash bills. Actually, the mash bills are different for those, right? Is that why they were experimental, or was it just proof?
No, just the proof.
Just the proof.
Just the entry proof.
Yep.
It changes
and the years too. I mean, eight years versus that typical 6 years.
Right.
So that's got to make a difference too.
Yeah, those things are good, man.
All right.
David Smith is asked too late to know. Oh, David, this is for our Patreon giveaways that we were just doing, but you can give in for a wheel spin tonight for super chats for every $5. You're still able to get on that, and it's a prize wheel as well. So never too late on that. But this is our Patreon giveaway that we are talking about, our just giveaway for tonight first. So which tier was that for, Jeff?
So that was for our top 2 tiers.
Okay.
And then we're going to do one more bottle giveaway for the lower 2 tiers too. So we'll do 2 bottles today. Once again, kind of fitting the community theme. I had another one of these. Man, I loved this pick. So this is a single barrel pick of OKI rye. It also is one of my favorite labels of all time. That is a bridge that's between Cincinnati and Covington, Kentucky, called the Roebling Bridge. OKI stands for Ohio, Kentucky, Indiana, and has a lot of history with the New Riff brand, if you aren't familiar. But this is a 5-year single barrel MGP rye.
Nice. Cheers, Ryan. Good to see you in here, buddy.
Yeah, cheers, Ryan.
David's in. Cheers, David.
Trying to see what kind of car that was. Is it Pontiac?
Yeah, and if anyone does jump into the patron, I'll keep an eye on it and add as we go along. I can mess with that too. All right, so got the names there. I'll post these in. And then after this spin, let's do some little chatting about whiskey goals.
All right. We need to do another whiskey wheel spin too after this before we do goals.
All right. Whiskey wheel spin. We got to retire that thing in style. I'm just going to keep randomizing 3 times because I don't trust you guys to even give me a number. All right. Good luck, everybody. Lots of names on this list. Chris Jenkins.
Here's
All right.
Chris.
Congratulations, Chris. Okay, you will enjoy this one. This is a good pick.
If Jeffrey gets that excited about an MGP rye, you know it's going to be really good.
Oh, man. Right when those are like at 5 and 6 years, I do love those MGP ryes.
Those are good stuff, man.
3-4 years, I'm like, okay, but man, get it 5, get it 6. Like, I think my hair is all messed up. This can't stand. You know what's the hardest thing to do? Fix your hair when everything's backwards. All right.
Cheers, Toshi Bake.
Oh, nice.
Glad you're enjoying the blind Jeff sent.
Oh, yeah, you're welcome. Enjoy that. And I still got 3 left to send. I'll be getting those out soon. But yeah, people have been enjoying the little blinds that I did. Cheech did his live the other night. That was fun. All right. Well, Kelsey.
Let's do a whiskey spin. I'm thirsty. Let's see what we're drinking.
All right. Here is another whiskey spin.
No whammies, no whammies, no whammies.
Okay.
Oh, I see tater sticker.
Tater
sticker.
All right. Tater sticker or some type of, single barrel store pick, group pick. But then you got to show off those tater stickers too.
I got mine. Oh.
What do you got? Oh, where's Jimmy?
Where's Jimmy? I love that sticker. I don't know if I've ever found Jimmy though.
Oh, such a good pick, man.
All right. I got to represent my tag team partner in Dusty Dan's tournament here.
Yeah.
Let's do some super proofers with my man Trev.
Love Trev.
If you're seeing this, you better dress up as Hulk Hogan next time. I'm going to start shaming you if you leave me stranded on our wrestling team.
I'll see him this weekend. He's supposed to be coming down this weekend.
Yeah, give him some crap for me here, man. He was supposed to dress up as Hulk Hogan. I come all in with my Macho Man outfit ready to go, and then Trev's just sitting there in street clothes. I'm like, oh no.
It's funny you said Hulk Hogan. I'm gonna do an old scout pick, but the pick's called. Oh, my camera's not gonna get it. Let me see.
Oh yeah, it's gonna fit the word I was trying to avoid earlier.
Yeah. But can you see it? Oh, the mustache.
Yeah, it's like Macho. It's like Macho Man or it's Hulk Hogan. Yeah,
Hulk Hogan.
Like Hogan Man.
that was a funny one. I remember that sticker.
Yeah, such a good pick though. Oh my god, like not that standard 5 year from them MGP wise.
All right. Well, cheers, everybody. All right.
And what's everybody else pouring?
Yeah, Shauna Marie D just popped in. Cheers, man. Good to see you in here. What are you guys drinking? We just said it needs to be a tater sticker or something with single barrel wise that you guys are drinking.
Yeah.
So
something with a sticker on it here. I know I highlighted it here, but I'll shout out the brand too. Mammoth got to meet Phil in Michigan here 2 years in a row. Great guy. I love the fact that he set up this awesome Finnish rye for the Trev and Kira and everybody. That was great.
Oh, I did want to do this. I forgot. So you guys haven't seen this review yet of this particular bottle.
Yeah.
We got a little message from the owner asking if he could share the review of the Grander rum that I did, which is in Toasted Oak Single Barrel. This stuff right here, if you find these, super well priced rums, but this one is actually finished. It's a 10-year rum, but it finished in a year in a Woodford barrel. So Bourbon drinkers rum. It's got all of those nice flavors that us bourbon drinkers like. And it is cask strength. It's 106.8 proof rum. So it's not 80 proof like on some of the other rums that you're seeing out there. And they're doing single barrels as well as just their regular stuff as well is really good. So make sure you guys check them out.
We'll say that's one of the brands to rival. Well, my bottle in particular has been a bottle that's rivaled a good amount of the full spirits that I've had. I think mine's a 13-year though. Toasted, but like 120 something proof. The thing is just it's so good.
Well, your bottle inspired Kelsey and I to go find out.
And they use a different type of sugar cane, if I remember right. It's a Panamanian rum, so it's a little bit different flavor profile, but the process I believe is a little bit different too.
That's definitely a tater stick at Gandy Road. Yeah.
Yeah, Ron's got the
I like that one.
Pick there.
Cheers. Paul P just popped in. Cheers, Paul
Cheers,
P.
Paul.
And if you guys came in late, we are doing single barrels. We are doing super chats tonight, but every $5, we're going to get you entered into a wheel spin of Darrell's prize wheel. And there's a lot of cool stuff on that prize wheel. So that's what we're doing super chats for tonight. Make sure you get that in.
Yeah.
There's a couple of those spins too. It's not just one winner.
Yeah, we'll do 2 winners. There's all types of fun stuff on there. We'll get to actually what's on the wheel in just a moment too. Well, let's get into some whiskey goals. So I made a video about that, playing off of last year's video on the same topic here. But my whiskey goals in general, some of the things I've been talking about with you guys anyway, let's see if I can spend a little less in 2024, be a little better, pick my punches a little better. No floor whiskey in 2024. And Top Dog, if you're following Top Dog on Instagram, watched the video and then immediately started making hats that said no floor whiskey in 2024. So I got to get one of those hats now. And then that's going to make me definitely live up to that promise of no floor whiskey.
Cheers, Keith Thompson. Thank you, buddy.
Yeah, cheers, Keith. And then I want to drink more scotch. That was on my list last year. And I think us getting into so many new distilleries and craft whiskey, like that just took over for any room I had to get into scotch, getting into Hard Truth, getting into Still Austin. So curious about your 2 whiskey goals for 2024, either personal or for the channel.
I can go. I know for me, like, and they kind of go together. And we probably talked about this a few weeks back, but just meetups. Not so much like huge meetups, but I just want to meet more people from the community that, come hang out with us, via chat right here that I haven't met. I met a good amount of y'all, but I want to meet more. I love putting an actual face and a voice to, text messages that kind of scroll across our screen when we're doing this. And those are just some of the best times that I've had within just this whole YouTube whiskey tube thing in general. Is just, meetups. Like I said, they don't have to be big. Little small intimate ones are just as good. I've had a couple here with like 5 or 6 people, and it was just a great time. Whiskey, dinner, just conversations, laughs, and those are where like some of the like best memories I freaking made. So yes, some type of meetups or multiple meetups for me for this year, if permitting, and trying to do like some barrel picks, which, we may have some stuff in the works or trying to get some stuff in the works, but those are always fun, get some good whiskey out to you guys for, just the continued support, man. And definitely limiting whiskey as well. I got a lot of floor whiskey. And I've been getting rid of a lot of stuff to try to make some room for it. So, that's going to be my goal, is to kind of add that to that. Well, get rid of the floor whiskey as well, because I got too much.
I hear you. Mine's a little bit similar. Let's get into some of these super chats and I'll hit mine. John Cloud is in for 2. Great Scott's in for 1. Sipping some Mash and Journeys mint pineapple mojito.
Nice.
That was a great pick. I love that one.
I love that one.
right there.
You know, at first I didn't buy that one, and then I think Darrell gave me a sample. Then I went on.
Yeah.
The
I think we both did that. I was a little afraid to get it, and I was like, okay, they're still available. I'm gonna go get some.
Todd.
Oh, the royalty check's coming back in. Thanks, Todd.
Appreciate you, buddy.
For me, it's a similar. So about a year ago, part of my whiskey goals was to expand my local whiskey meetups. He's already taken over 3 cabinets in the closet. That sounds about right, Dana. But about a year ago, I did. I started trying to expand my local meetups, and now we have a regular meeting every Monday night with about 5 to 6 guys. And so my goals for this year was to take a picture at each one of those events every week. And then I'm going to make like a little like memory book for each of the guys as a Christmas present, and then take those pictures and just make a collage and say, so you can keep it, make those memories, but also have something in your hand to remember it. So that's
put them in that little, the virtual, not what is it? The video.
I don't know if I'm going to do it that
album?
way or if I'm going to do a printed book, but one or the other.
Okay.
So that's one of my goals. And then the other thing, like whiskey goals, as far as buying, is I'm actually going to be trying to limit new whiskey and buy dusty whiskey this year. So, January started out with a bang. I got, another 94 Russell's 10-year-old, Russell's Reserve, one of the older bottles of that, a 1989 Wild Turkey Rare Breed, and then a 1977 Old Granddad 86 proof. So that's my birth year. So I found that for a relatively good price. So that's my whiskey spent for the month of January, and I'll try to be more selective as I go on through the year. But it's hard because they don't always come up. So that's the hope, is that, you know, I'll save up my money from month to month and then make some bigger purchases that are dusty rather than chasing out all of the new whiskey. So we'll see how that goes this year.
All right. I'm going to go back to that because I got a follow-up question on this, Kelsey. But Jason wants you to get those Polaroid pictures and those, like, remember those black corner stickers that you'd put in all the scrapbooks? You need to go real old school.
Oh yeah, dude.
I don't even know if they sell those things anymore. I'm sure they do.
I don't, but man, that's so much fun. We have such a good group of guys that meet every Monday. It's so much fun. Tim's in for 5. What was your follow-up question, Jeff?
I guess it's a follow-up question. Maybe it's even a challenge, but lean into the Dusties and make some videos about it, because like, you know, for me, I mean, I learned everything off of you and Dusty Dan, and Darrell's shared some samples with me that are dusty, and the turkeys from Todd, but I don't know which way's what, or you guys are on there looking at labels. Like, I wouldn't even know where to start if I was doing that. But having maybe some perspective on what's the difference, what eras are your favorite? Gosh darn, I think people would be interested in that. Let us know in chat if that's something you'd be interested in.
If you guys want to hear that, maybe hear some of more about the Dusties picks that I get, or dusty bottles that I get rather, let me know in the chat. And then any ideas that you guys have, you know, as I'm looking through. I will say, obviously, I'm going to be a preference to turkey, but there are some other brands out there that I have. Like, there's a 1969 Double Springs decanter that's like a car that I've had 2 of. I've drank one of them. I got another one up in the closet to open up. Things like that are brands you don't hear about anymore. Or I have a 69 Choo Choo that I need to finish from Ezra Brooks. That's just things like that are a lot of fun to talk about, and I have to do a little bit more research on sometimes. But if that's something that interests you guys, let me know. People are saying,
David Smith says yes.
Oh, good.
Mark B changed it from the actual full last name to make it easy for us. He said, bring on the dusty reviews.
All right. Will do, man.
Definitely.
Just to you guys.
Todd just got a 1962 Old Crow and a 65 Hill and Hill today. See, I heard a Old Crow. I'm not familiar with Hill and Hill.
He sent me one of the Old Crows, dude. I think it was from the 60s or early 70s one time. And holy cow, You think about that brand now, and then you think about what it was, and you're like, what happened? Because, yeah. Anyway, I won't get into that, but it's really, really good stuff that they were making back in those days. And they had some really cool decanters too that were old crow decanters that are like, I think one of them that I saw recently was a penguin. That was an old crow decanter. Not as familiar like with certain brands like that, but hey, something new to get more into and share the knowledge and share the experience. So that's what we're here for.
It probably wouldn't help my space or floor whiskey situation, but I'd be in for some more decanters if they brought back decanters.
Oh, heck yeah.
What did I say? Sock bucket.
Just here is this year's upcoming whiskey calendars. Doesn't excite me. May have to grab a few dusty as well. And here's the thing, Copper Wolf, like I just got to the point, like I love doing reviews. Don't get me wrong. I just got to the point on the new whiskey stuff. Cheers, Les. Thank you so much. New to the channel. Appreciate you guys. Thanks, Les, so much. We appreciate you, man. But it got to the point where the whiskeys just were not like I've got a bottle down here that's from 1996. It's an 80 proof wild turkey. And I guarantee you blind, I would put it up against any new whiskey and it would kick its rear end, no matter what the proof was. It's that good. It's just one of those things. I had an Old Forester from late 90s, early 2000 the other night. That's an 86 proof. And it was so good. Like, I mean, it just killed anything new that we had on the table. So things like that, those experiences. And that's one of the things that we got me into it, was creating and widening my local group, right? Because otherwise I wouldn't have met Keith, wouldn't have got into Dusty's, wouldn't have known what to look for, what prices should be, all of that stuff. So that's something that I feel like I would love to share with you guys. So that's definitely going to be on my list for this year for you guys and myself.
Awesome.
I did see Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. As I'm looking,
Darrell alluded to it a little bit here, but won't say anything officially or any brand names or anything. But we are in talk with Dusty Dan about a barrel pick. So more details on that. But I would love to do. Gosh, I would love to do a few this year if we can put it all together. Yeah. I think we're ready for it. So that would be a good community goal, is to get some barrel picks in and bring some good barrels home.
And I think if we can do that along with other channels, it'll definitely makes it more affordable for everybody, ourselves included. We do this as a hobby. None of us we all have regular jobs. So, Darrell's taking care of 6 kids. And so, it's not like we do this to make money on anything. We do this so to give back to you guys and share the experiences with each other and with you. So that's definitely on our goals. I think as a whole, as a channel, is to get some more involvement with other channels in doing picks, because it spreads the love through different channels, but it also makes it more affordable. So,
well, so much of what we do and what we've been even training ourselves for is to be able to articulate what we're tasting and read each other. And like when we do the blinds and we mix them all up and no one's in the same order and you just got to talk your way through it. Like we do that type of thing. And I think that communication in a barrel pick is that's going to serve us well. Like we're just going to have that innate dictionary, and conversations are going to be natural, and we're going to know what we like, what we don't like, and then bounce those ideas off of each other. I think it's just going to be, I don't know. I'm excited.
Me too. Me too, buddy.
Well, why don't we do our first prize wheel spin?
Okay.
Let's do it. Grab this.
So I'll pull this up here. We're going to have about, 7 more giveaways. So I will pace this accordingly as we go on here.
And I can, those new to the channel, I can go over what we have on this wheel. Good amount of prizes, starting from just infamous olive oil. If you know, you know about that. There's a spot for each of us. Well, whoever wins to pick a pour from our collection. There's each of our glens, and I believe the channel's glend on there as well. There is like a collab, which will send out a blind flight, and you can follow along with us or collab with us. We have our flight board. We still have a few of those, right, Kelsey?
Yes, we do.
We do. Okay. We got a jackpot one here, which is a bottle. And let's see, there's a Dusty pour, there's merch, there's t-shirts. And that's, I think, about it. And a theme blind flight as well. So we'll send a whole flight and you can collab with us as a team on a specific theme that gets sent out. She's been loving the olive oil. Nice. But no, a lot of good prizes on here, guys. Not many people have many of the stuff that are on here, to be honest, merch-wise too. We're just starting to get the Glens out there. Not many have the t-shirts, the flight board. I think only maybe one or two. How many did we give away originally? Was it a couple?
I think we gave away 3 or 4.
3 or 4.
Okay.
That sounds about right. Something like
So
that.
That's a cool little flight board. Left, something like that.
Do you have it handy? Is it close by or no?
No,
it's probably.
No. Okay.
It's probably in his closet. Yeah.
But cool stuff.
So
cool stuff.
Let's see who gets the first wheel. This is going to be for only our top 2 tiers are in this one. We'll do another one for the lower 2 tiers, and then we're doing with everybody just to make the wheel really hate me. I'm going to spin, randomize 3 times. Hit spin. Good luck, everybody.
Paul P. Jeff, sweet son, Kelsey. On my Instagram message the other day. Maybe I keep guessing. I think I did.
Derek Long.
Go check and make sure that I didn't miss that, Paul P. Derek Long won again.
Derek Long won again.
Yep. Wow.
And Derek Long, I'll take you out of there for the next one here. Only 1 wheel spin that you get to win. So that'll be the last time you win tonight, buddy. Since you got the hot hand. All right, let's see what Derek's got.
Oh, excuse me. All right. So
I just sent him a t-shirt from the last one.
Let's see. It is yellow. Oh, no, it's purple. A head-to-head or a solo challenge.
Or a solo challenge. All right. I'll follow up with you, Derek, and see what you'd like to do. I'm guessing you're going to want the solo challenge again, but I'll confirm.
Paul P, I don't see a message from you on here. If I missed it, I apologize. Please resend that to my Instagram or my Facebook, either one, so that I can have it.
And then sign here is from Rick Rose, who also did the flight boards.
Yeah.
Rick Rose has done some amazing woodworking stuff for us, but this will be a permanent staple on my bar probably the rest of my life now.
Big Vic, rigged. I never win Patreon. Hey, you got a crazy flight coming for me pretty soon. So, shit, that's gonna make up for a lack of wins. I'll tell you that.
He's not even allowed to say that anymore. He wins so often. Don't give us the crap.
This is an interesting question. What makes Dusty's taste better? Whiskey really better back then, or just different profile than today's whiskeys? A few things I think, and then I'll let Darrell answer on his thoughts. But one, I really think the trees were a lot older on what they were barreling. I think the soil was more rich and dense, but I also think that the whiskeys were older in regular, like on the shelfer type of things as well. I don't necessarily think that they were making it any different, maybe a different still. I think like Wild Turkey still is different now than it used to be, but those are some really key things. And one of them is the barrel for me. I don't know if I'm frozen or what that is on my face.
Yeah, that's weird.
What was the thumbs up thing?
But definitely the wood being a lot older in the barrel. So, Darrell, what are your thoughts on that?
I could touch on that as well, because I think we've had this conversation a few times, and that's like the one thing you really can't duplicate is the actual wood, right? Being used from these trees, or just the barrels in general, right? We can't duplicate that. Bourbon has to be a newly charred oak barrel, or American. I don't think it has to be American oak. I think it's just charred oak, but just new oak in general. And those are long gone. I think that really contributes to the biggest difference. I wouldn't say it necessarily makes everything better or worse, because I know that you mentioned why is it better. I believe I'm trying to find the question. Yeah, what makes it taste better?
Yep.
The Dusties that I have had, I don't know if it's the wood that's making it taste better, but the practices are pretty similar. So like it just leads me to think like that's the one main thing that's affecting it is just those barrels. And I've had a lot of really good dusty stuff that it kind of blows a lot of the newer stuff like out the water, which is kind of crazy at lower proofs too.
Yep.
But Kelsey like alluded to it, maybe it was older whiskey in there. It's hard to really know, but I will say like you do get a good amount of oak influence and like some nice just vanillas and caramels on those old dusties that are just super out there. But even the non-age stated bourbons or whiskeys, they do taste older. But does taste older mean they taste complete? Like, could it be because they taste completely different than what we're used to at like said age statement too? Like it's you can almost play like devil's advocate on it, right? Like because we don't really know, but
Todd makes a really good point here, and I want to bring this up because people don't think about this quite as often. At 13 and 18, lower entry proofs back in the day. So instead of taking 120 proof bourbon and cutting it to 90 proof, they're cutting 105 to lower proof. So they're keeping more of the rich viscosity of the bourbon instead of watering it down because of the lower entry proofs. And it's interesting that practices are kind of, some distillers are going back to that as far as a lower entry proof level. And making a big difference. And the other thing that I will say too, one of the ones that I like right now that's a newer brand is doing something different other than the entry proof is that they're, number one, they're making their own barrels. Number two, they're not charring their barrels, they're toasting their barrels. And that's Buzzard's Roost. Then they're also doing some other things like infusing tobacco smoke into the barrel. Just different things to get a different profile that they weren't doing before, which to me really gets me excited because it's something new that's being tried, right? But also just the difference I can tell in the mouthfeel from a toasted barrel versus a charred barrel. It's different. It's completely different in the mouthfeel. So those types of things. I think the other one that somebody pointed out was what they call microclimates then versus what it is now, how different the weather was then versus what it is now. The temperature swings now versus what they were 20, 30 years ago. So there's a lot of
if I give us the Cliff Notes answer to this question, everything is different.
Yeah.
Maybe some of the equipment is still the same on what they haven't had to repair, but everything else at so many distilleries is the same.
Yep, exactly.
Or different.
Makes you think in like 30 years, like the whiskey that we have now, right? How different is it going to be?
It'll be different.
The stuff on the market.
It has to be. The suppliers are inevitably going to change. The water source, I mean, who knows what happens? Once again, the wood, if we do have a barrel shortage, do they keep cutting corners? I mean, it's just, geez.
Oh, Bourbon School's in here. Cheers, man. Good to see you in here.
Yeah, cheers.
Adam Henson. Cheers to you,
Hey,
Adam.
Adam. Haven't seen you in a bit.
Well, I've got the next wheel loaded up, and we have a new patron. Thank you so much, Sierra. I'm going to add you on here.
Hey.
Yeah. So you are on the wheel. Thank you so much for your support. It helps a ton. All right. I'm going to randomize 3 times. And away we go for another wheel spin.
All right.
Ooh, I think I see Mike Stahl.
Stallsy.
You know what he needs?
Oh, man. Get him a challenge.
Can I all right. I was gonna say, can I automatically give him something?
We can do that with Stahl. He won't get mad about it. He's not on here anyway to defend himself.
I only say it because I think it was last Sunday I hopped on his stream and he's like, Darrell, he's like, I dropped your Glen. Oh no, I think he was cleaning it and it shattered.
Oh no!
He doesn't
That's
have
one
my
of the
Glen.
only whiskey St. Glens in circulation.
Literally. So I'm gonna get him a replacement. We'll say that's what he won because he really needed one of those.
That's fair. We're sure they can challenge you for it. He's got to win it again.
Yeah, he kicked my butt already for it, man. I can't lose twice. I got to save some face over here.
Well, while you got it there, let me do one more huge wheel spin. Make the wheel cringe a little bit with all these entries. All right.
Definitely like Star Trek Next Generation. Fake booze. Oh, wait. It's already here. Freaking John.
Sierra on there.
A lot of names. Everybody in. So
there's a lot of names.
Let's go. Big wheel. Make that graphics engine churn.
Patrick.
Patrick.
That's so creamy.
Cheers.
Congrats.
Patrick.
It's been about 6 months since Patrick's name came up, man.
Nice.
He heard us talking about him.
Oh,
there he is.
Were you in when we said it, Mike? I'm not sure if you were here.
He heard
you got another Glenn on the way
years.
Soon.
Replacement Glenn. If you beat our challenge, which is showing up, and you did, so good job.
Let's see what Patrick wins. Peeking from the corner.
Ooh, the purple again. I think
that one is a Kelsey Glenn.
All right.
So Whiskey Riff Lounge Glenn.
Whiskey Riff Lounge Glenn for Patrick. Awesome. So those Glens will be in. It should be next week, Kelsey.
I think so. I think that's what I remember seeing.
So I'll keep everyone posted on when those drop. We've got like a dozen of all the variants, and then 30 of the Hello Again coming. So we'll keep those things moving for people that want to.
Big shout out to Rick Rose. He did Jeff's sign. He did my sign that's up above there that you can't see, which looks like my logo.
He's got a little flight board back there, which is insane.
Ashtray, all kinds of things for us. So
he does some crazy,
dude, your ashtray pick is badass, man. I love that.
I love that freaking ashtray. It's so cool.
I think I'm gonna start texting Rick. Like, can you give me stuff with Kelsey's logo? Oh, we got Nancy in with some
there we go.
Some dusty facts here.
So it was lower entry proofs, which we said. No chill filtering to take out the esters and fatty acids. Use of old growth oak, which we mentioned, and then 4 wooden fermentation vessels. That's one I didn't think about, Nancy. That's they were doing wooden fermentation vessels back in the day too, which again, anytime you're having wood contact with that, it's going to have an influence in distillate. I would think. Geez,
could they really clean those either, or is that kind of like an iron skillet and it's just going to have all the flavors in there?
That's a good question. I don't know. I'm trying to think of the last. Jack is using wooden fermentation tank, wooden fermentation tanks as well.
Interesting.
And they do it for their Lincoln County process as well.
Yeah, I didn't even know that.
So, so if you guys have never been to Jack or hadn't been there, I would advise you to go. It's really fun, really cool place to visit. But in the Lincoln County process, they have these big, huge wooden vats of charcoal, and then they basically run the the distillate through the charcoal inside those wooden vats, and they actually allow you to smell it. Oh my God, dude, it smells so good. Steam clean.
Oh, I have clothes that are supposed to be dry cleaned, but I tend to throw them in the laundry and bad things happen.
That's something I didn't think about, but that's very true. I didn't think about that back in the day.
Oh, what did I miss? I just see OH's comment over here. I'm not sure what Richie said prior. Get in line, Richie. Those Glens are like Sasquatch. You heard of them, but never seen them. They made their rounds every now and then. I got 2 over here.
Oh, goodness.
They do exist, guys. They do exist. And
We'll get more and more out there. We just got to do it slowly but surely. You know, it's an investment to buy all those up front and then, you know, put those out there. But thank you so much for supporting them. I know they're just so fun to drink out of everyone's glasses. I think that's almost exclusively what I drink out of is channel glasses.
For the most part,
logos and friends.
All right, our super chats are over. The wheels in your box. Keep updating as other super chats come in. So what time is it?
All right.
Yeah.
So we're at 8:56. Jason's not going live tonight, everybody. So if anyone wants to go live, we can hand it over to you. Just let us know in the chat here as time goes on. I meant to say that earlier. Do you guys want to do one more whiskey wheel spin for the last one?
Sure.
Yeah, good with that.
All right.
If I think you're talking about Leopold Brothers, if it's the 3-chamber rye.
That's be my first guess too.
Leopold. I've
Pretty
never had
sure
anything
that's
from
who's
them.
doing that.
Is this stuff any good?
I did not prefer it.
Okay, I've never had it.
Divisive. It's a pour that I would call interesting, Darrell.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not one that I would want to own, but it's fun to taste. Just say it that way.
Yeah, if it's interesting.
So I enjoy exploring new things. All right. Let's spin this thing. Last one ever of this wheel. I'm going to dismantle it right after this.
All right. There we go.
No duplicates, so we'll spin again if it lands on the same.
All right. No duplicates.
Let's see.
You jinxed it. You jinxed it. It came up finished. You jinxed it. It wasn't going to come up finished until you said that.
Yeah, you would have put a little bit less arm into it. Want to be finished again? No, not that.
Ooh, a rye.
A rye.
All right. A rye whiskey. I like it.
Ooh. I got the perfect one for me.
What should I drink?
The blood orange brownie. That's a rye, isn't it? Or is that a bourbon?
Yeah, blood
That's a
orange
rye.
brownie one.
We're doing
I think that is a driftless. That is a driftless rye. Ooh, Jack rye.
Single
driftless
barrel.
rye.
Single barrel,
Ooh,
nice. I got one of those from
barrel,
OH that's really good.
Oh, man, you guys are melting my heart.
I blended that, I think, 50-50 with the one that we picked up from Kentucky, dude, and it was killer.
All right.
The banana pudding one that we got from Kentucky?
Yeah. Oh, dude. I still have.
Since Jason's not going, I'll do this one in his honor.
I actually just revisited that like maybe a month ago after not having it for a long time. I don't know how much I got left. Can't be that much.
So this one was a 9-year, 104 proof single barrel called Cherry Dr. Pepper Rye. Talk about a whole bunch of notes that you don't usually get in a rye between the Dr. Pepper soda and the cherry. All in an MGP too.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, and at that lower proof though, like you would have thought that they probably, proofed it down a bit. But I bet you this one, like barrel proof, I don't think it could have been over like 115 because this thing has so much flavor in it for 104 proof. Like it just retained it all. That's a really, really good pick.
And then we're talking about the Glens. So then I got this one's just my YouTube logo. So I made that one for my personal variant there. And then Ben and Christine, as soon as they come in, we'll get them to you.
Yeah, and I can probably actually. That's Ben German, right? Ben Hernandez.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep, exactly.
Right, so I could probably get my side out because I have mine handy. Get
the
those
first two people to get all four of them. Do a blind flight. You got to do a blind flight with them. Maybe I'll send a blind flight with them. Oh, I'll think about that.
Oh God, this driftless stuff, dude.
All right. So we did Patrick there. We'll just do 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes for super chats, everybody. I'm going to do 2 more giveaways real quick here that I offered within the group here for people that were interested. The first one is going to be that comparison, that controversial comparison of the two ECBP laser codes. Dude. I will not be insulted at all that Heaven Hill did not email us.
Hey, you're not Cam. He's really good looking. Everybody listens to what he says. Wait
a second here. This is a subtle dig.
How you doing, bro?
Oh, I watched this video last night with Jason, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe it! We've already gotten 8,000 views about that."
Oh, that was so funny.
No.
So for the ECBP, all right, Dave, I'll send those to you. I haven't poured those yet. I'm letting the other batch open up for another week, but I'll let you know when those go out.
Dude, and I'll tell you, for me, it was noticeable. You know, as much as Heaven Hill's saying that, you know, well, I agree. It's probably obviously
they have to say that,
but you know, there's something different about it.
They're not going to admit to a batch variation. I mean, come on, people, use your brain.
Well, who knows if we've been drinking the same thing in all these big batches, you know, when they're making 30,000 bottles. We might have been drinking something different all along, and we just like it in different ways.
Oh, God.
I'll tell you, those 19s and 20s.
Make our brains hurt.
Yeah. Give me everything like 2020 and before, dude. Like, they were just, oh my God.
It's different.
Different monsters. Then you look at Pirates, which, as good as like the C919s and A119s are, like, how's it get that much better?
Different level, man. Pirate
balls. Those are shelfers. They sat on shelves for like $50. Like, it's so silly.
Crazy. And now they're selling for $500 or plus.
Yeah.
This one is another giveaway for a fun comparison. I'll be doing a little video on this one soon for the Two Souls. But essentially, this is a Two Souls double barrel. The source of this one is Watershed in Columbus. And it was finished in another Watershed barrel. And what's really fun is I have the single barrel that it was finished in. So I can actually compare the Origin Watershed to the double oaked one and see the similarities, see the differences. This thing is a bold, spicy whiskey. So it'll be fun. I'll send that to somebody.
I like that, Mark B. Oh, no, maybe we already had the A124.
I did see a post on that whiskey being 10 years old at 119 proof from Heaven Hill.
All right.
Right, Ryan?
Copper Wolf.
Let me tell you, that single barrel Watershed pick that he's giving you, dude, is really, really good. I was very impressed with them on that pick specifically.
And it might be Ryan's first Watershed, too. That'd be kind of interesting to know, too.
There is some really good stuff out of Watershed. Shout out to David, who we had on the channel from Two Bros One Bottle. He is a Watershed guru and loves their stuff and is in contact with them constantly. So he got me turned on to them and gave me some of their stuff before really I knew anything about them at all. So check them out. If you're around in that Columbus area and you don't know about Watershed, visit the distillery, find some stuff from them. I'm telling you, they're doing some really good whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
I think are they contract distilling as well? Was it them that's doing distilling, or was it
Middle West contract
distilling? Okay.
And they're the rumored origin of Old Line when it comes to the single malt. So
nice.
Oh, yep. Copper Wolf said it'll be his first Watershed indeed. So you're in
that'll be
bro.
What a fun introduction to Watershed. Gosh, Watershed, a double oaked Watershed.
Oh, what did you? I'm sorry, I'm just trying to read. Hey, the B batch from last year was in my top whiskeys. Makes you wonder if they had a batching issue for B batch. Has some people really just like that batch of ECBP. So, John, I think for me, when I've had that, and I still enjoy it, but it hits me the same way in a sense from like taste and notes that I've got from other people. I just enjoy it more. So I don't know if there was so much of an issue with that one. But a lot of the things that I mentioned when I reviewed it in terms of just like proof heavy, even though it's not a high proof, but just smacks you in the face, kind of like spicy. I like that with ECBP, but it just came across, I think, a little bitter or maybe younger for some, which I didn't really pick up too much on my end. I definitely prefer to C. And I think when I blended them, I actually preferred the A over the B anyway, too. But when I first had that B, when I tried it, I enjoyed it.
I will say the A batches lately, the last couple of years have been really good batches, but typically A batches for me were just fire. Like they were just hot.
For A?
Yeah. Typically they had always been a little hot for me. That could just be my palate growing too. So I think that that's something you have to keep in mind too, as you're tasting through these things over many years, is your palate is going to evolve and change as well. I mean, we talked about that a little bit on one of the channel videos as well, is that finding out what you like last year or 2 years ago may not be something you actually enjoy anymore.
Unless it's MGP for Jeff.
And then it's always or Heaven Hill for Drill.
Yeah. MGP a close second.
Yeah.
Even that though, the MGP that I was drinking 5 years ago and the MGP I'm drinking now is totally different. Like the profiles aren't even close.
No,
like,
I agree.
Totally different. Yep. I just happen to like it for different reasons. All right. So I got the super chat wheel up here. We're going to get 2 winners off of this one. So thank you, everybody, for contributing tonight through the super chats, through the comments, through the likes, through the views. We appreciate everything. But we are going to spin this wheel here. We got a whole lot of good names. Let's randomize 3 times again. And we're going to get our first winner.
All right. Good luck, everybody. Let's see who we got first. Oh my gosh. Being fool. Here's Mark.
Who would have think that he doesn't win?
Hey, if anybody needs to talk about Patreon and how you should join, and talk to Mark. I swear this guy has won
every other
so much stuff from us, which I'm excited and gladly share with anybody. But it's just been ridiculous. He's the luckiest. Mark, you need to go buy a lotto ticket.
Man, I didn't think anyone could be luckier than Doug H. But Mark, you've taken
he's taking Doug H's place.
Crown. All right, let's get a good spin on here. Let's see what Mr. Mark is going to take home. T-shirt.
T-shirt. All right. Mark, I'll be in touch with you about which design you want and all those type of things. So more to come there. Jackpot. He's like jackpot.
It was okay. Couple spots away. Couple spots.
Right, one more time.
Let's do one more time here. And then if anyone is thinking about going live after us here, we'll be done probably about 9:15. Everybody, I just got one more thing I'd like to cover. All right. So here we are. I'm going to randomize the randomization because Darrell loves me when I do that. There we go. Uncorked. All right, buddy.
Cheers. Congratulations. Let's see what Uncorked's going to win tonight.
Let's see.
Woo. Don't break it again. Geesh.
No, that wasn't a big spin. What is that? Themed blind flight.
Okay.
All right. Well, which one of you want to take that one?
I can take it.
All right.
I got a couple things I got to get out anyway this week, so.
Okay.
Do we have his info? Has he won yet? If not,
yeah, I got his info. I've got his info.
Yeah, so I'll get that from Jeff, Uncorked, and I'll get you something. I'll get something sent your way.
Yeah, congratulations, everybody! Man, that was an epic night. That's a lot of wheel spins.
A lot of wheel spins.
Count the 3 wheels. We had 3 whiskey wheel spins in the same hour. Jeez, I do like spinning wheels. I think I missed my calling. I should have found a way to be the next host of Price is Right. Maybe I still have time.
Game show host. Like you would be a really good game show host. I could see that.
Yeah. Maybe I got time. All right. Let's see here. There's one other thing.
I was going to say, for those that got to watch Mario Kart and the Rock Band version of that, we are going to be doing some of that again soon. So make sure to mark your calendars when we tell you it's coming up, because those are fun.
Yes. So that essentially brings up, let's get this year started. So Darrell, Kelsey, and I are going to start reaching out, getting some guests on. Let's do some blind flight challenges and collaborations and have all types of fun. We got some things in the works. And the most important one that we have in the works here, I'd estimate we can probably start in like 2 weeks. Darrell, what do you think?
Yeah.
If we can get those over?
If not sooner, I can literally get everything out within the next few days. I was just playing catch up last few days, getting a bunch of stuff out.
So one thing we are going to do here, and this is going to take place over the course of end of January, end of February, but we do need to pit all of our favorite whiskeys of 2023 against each other blind. We drafted these a few weeks ago, and now we have been working on exchanging the samples of those so that we can put together consistent blind flights so that we're all on the same letter at the same time, and it's blind for all of us simultaneously, which does take a little bit of effort, but I think it'll be worth it in the end. And then we'll be reaching out. We want to have some whiskey friends on there to help us pick these as well, just to put a little wild card into the situation.
Absolutely.
Question though, because I'm actually curious. The way that we're doing this, are we going to know what 4 we're going up against? Like, or is it just a random northwest, east? Like, we won't know, just so it's like completely blind.
It won't be a double blind.
We could double blind it, Darrell. I just have to be
if we don't know what
extra diligent
for, right?
I would have to be extra diligent with the instructions I give Dana when she puts it all together.
Okay.
So we wouldn't know know what division we're in until we get the reveal.
Yeah.
which would be really fun if we can do that, but if not, I understand. So that is a lot of work to coordinate.
I mean, last time I asked Dana to blind the Kelvin series, she just put Kelvin 1 is A, Kelvin 2 is B, Kelvin 3 is C, Kelvin 4 is D.
I think
I'll think about that.
Chat about it, but I think there's an easy way to figure that out. Like I got an idea which will probably work.
So where this comes into play then this weekend, I will be posting another Google form to our Patreon so that we can essentially do a pick'em challenge. So people can pick what they think is going to emerge from each of these divisions and ultimately win the whole tournament. We did the same thing last year and Shayla won it. So we will see who wins our 2023 challenge.
Yep.
So she chose what? Who did what shit? Oh, Lucky 7 won, right?
Lucky 7 won. Yep. That was the split too. Someone chose Shayla chose Lucky 7 and someone else chose Houdini, and that ended up being the 2 front runners.
That's crazy. Houdini though, man, beating out like all the bangers. Says a lot for some single barrels, man.
And there were some Heaven Hill surprises there with some of the ECBPs as well. So
those showed up.
It's going to be interesting. I will say my video will drop Friday. I'll have that to you, Jeff, by tomorrow. For the thumbnail, I'll do my top 10 whiskeys of 2023 and get that done and out for everybody to look and see what you think. And then we'll probably be able to start our tournament bracket here pretty soon. So I'm excited to get you guys involved as to what you guys think will be the winner. I think most of you probably have tried a lot of these. There'll be some that I don't know that you would have tasted, but definitely the brands that we have on there. If you haven't, check out the brands. If you can't, check out the main bottles that we have, because I think there's some single barrels that aren't available anymore. So.
Sorry.
Your cult leader gig.
I am multi-talented, JG. I can do both of those at the same time.
Absolutely.
Sheesh. JG, I sent you a GIF, which you probably got already, but I actually kind of mixed up some packages between you and somebody else. So I owe you. I was on a stream with Jigs, and he's like, I got your package, but he's like, I got a bunch of rums too. And I'm like, wait, you're not supposed to get rums. So the other set that he got was supposed to go to you, sir. So depending if he's going to drink them, if not, I'll have him forward over to you, or I'll just get you some stuff. But I know you got half of what was promised to you, so I'm gonna get you some other stuff too, buddy.
I don't even know if people know what we're actually sharing with them anymore. They're just like getting stuff.
It's like
It's all-
Christmas. You never
it's
know.
all good.
You never know what you're gonna get, right?
Those are
Yeah.
the best surprises. Oh, I got a package. Unexpected.
Life is like a box of chocolates.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Wow. Well, thank you everybody once again for another amazing Whiskey Wednesday. Thank you for all the support. We are excited for what 2024 is going to bring. Some exciting things around the corner. We will continue to keep you posted on our journey right here. Kelsey and Darrell, why don't we go around and sign off?
Cheers, everybody. Looking forward to hanging out with more of you guys and hopefully more in-person meetups as the year goes on. Thank you guys so much for all the support this past year. It's been amazing. Sharing whiskey experiences is what it's all about. So cheers. We'll see you next week, and look out for the top 10 come Friday. And we're sitting down to Darrell.
Yeah, guys. Can literally touch on everything that he's pretty much said. Looking forward to meeting more people this year that I haven't met. And just continue to follow us through here, man. It's fun. Like Kelsey said earlier, like, we don't do it for the money. You know what I mean? We were doing basically this for a couple years prior, but just to have you guys watching and tagging along and hanging out and, the messages and stuff, it's what we love, so we're out here just having fun. Got some good stuff in the works, that will come to light probably in the next few weeks. So excited on that, but yeah, just follow us through here, man. We love it. Love having you guys here. Can't wait for the tournament. That's the big thing in the next couple weeks, man. I can't wait for that. I love blinds, and there's some really good whiskey in that tournament, so it should be a good time.
Oh my gosh, I am so excited to get into that tournament. I mean, one last thought. I think it's kind of like a depressing one, but I feel like there's a whole bunch of bottles that I purposely didn't drink just to make sure I had enough to get them into the tournament. So after we're done with the tournament, the wheels come off and I can just destroy all of them. It's gonna be great.
That's going to be double fisted.
And Top Dog, I know exactly the blind that I gave you, and I was devilish as hell on that one. So enjoy it. I can't wait till he gets into that one. I'll tell you what that one was when we get backstage. It's pretty good though. It's probably gonna drive me crazy. All right. Well, thank you everybody. 52 people still in here. I didn't see anybody drop a link about going live tonight, so keep an eye out. I'm sure someone will.
I think Independent Joe's going to go live. So
Independent Joe. All right.
Joe, he's going
keep an eye on Joe. And everybody, I was feeling pretty crummy at the beginning of this hour. I feel energized. I am ready to go. So thank you so much for the inspiration and everything you do. Goodbye.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, guys and gals.
Jeff, just be friends with me. But you have these whiskey friends, and you say hello again. Oh, Jeffrey, you should just be friends with me. But you have these whiskey friends, and you say hello again. Oh, Jeffrey, you should just be friends with me. But you have these whiskey friends, and you say hello